Josh Allen. How do you describe that guy?
Really good. He's a great player. When I was in Miami for a bunch of years, we would play him at least twice a year. So one season there we played 3 times. But he's a phenomenal player. Just every facet of what he does is elite. So he's elite in the pocket, elite thrower, hard to tackle. Obviously in his career, but a smart guy too. He's kind of running the show up there, as you know. He gets him into great plays. I think he's got all the skill sets of an elite player in this league at that position, and he makes you stay up late at night to try and get it right. That's for sure.
Facing the league's #1 rushing offense with the #1 rushing defense, what kind of opportunity does that present for you guys?
I think it's just an opportunity for us to play with technique and do our job. That's kind of the way we're looking at it. That's the way the guys in the room are looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. They challenge you in so many ways with their run game, and make everybody tackle. They do a really good job in their combinations, do a good job playing with their hands as an offensive line. Really everybody, I would say. I think their perimeter does a very good job blocking, and that's generated a lot of the big runs for them down the field, even in the screen game. They've which are an extension of the run game. They've done a great job on the perimeter blocking. So it's a challenge at every level of the defense. And the running back obviously is elite. I think he does a tremendous job. Cook does a tremendous job of finding cracks. You look at some of the stuff on tape, there's nowhere to go, and he pops through there. So he's an elite back, and obviously the quarterback's an elite runner as well. But they have a bunch of good backs, so they've really given everybody fits at this point in the season and the run game. So it's a great challenge for us.
With Shakir, what kind of challenge is he with all that pre-snap motion he does?
Yeah, he's a guy that moves around quite a bit, but he's just so elusive, and in my opinion, he's got great stop-start, and that's what's really challenging about him. So in man-to-man, he's a challenge to cover, and you got to know where he is really every down, because he becomes an issue in terms of them, like you said, moving him around and them trying to get numbers issues in their favor in the run game too.
You guys have been able to put Josh and Trayvon next to each other on pass rush downs a few times in the last couple of weeks. Just what can having 2 guys next to each other like that kind of unlock for you guys?
Yeah, they work pretty well together, like even when we're running the pass rush games. And again, sometimes that's just trying to find the right matchup that we want in the rush. And I think that's been pretty productive for us also. So they've done a great job with that, those 2 guys, and it's something I think they enjoy doing as well. Working together, working right next to each other.
I feel like we've asked you about Antonio Johnson quite a bit lately.
Keep asking, because every time you do, he keeps playing good. So
well, that works. How helpful is it for you as you start looking at your chess pieces? You got a guy with his size, his speed, ball skills that you can put down in the box if you want. You can move him around the defense, and he excels. He's
done so much for us because of that. Because he has a very unique skill set. Because he's a big guy, big enough to play on the line of scrimmage, down on the line of scrimmage, like you said. Has really good coverage skills, so he can cover the skill guys and does a good job on tight ends as well. And he's got range when he plays in the post or plays in the half. So his football intelligence is really high, to be honest with you. I think I've said in here before just how hard he's worked, doing the extra stuff, meeting with other guys on the team and coaches. He's really he's improved so much, and he really gives us, to your point, gives us a lot of options with him in the game.
How important could he be this week when you go against a team like the Bills that has a couple of really good tight ends?
Yeah, he's important every week, but their tight ends, they have a very good tight end room, as you know. I think Knox just has had a tremendous career. Kincaid's an elite athlete. They're doing a great job in the run game and in the pass game. So it's a challenge, and Antonio's a guy throughout our season who's helped us a whole lot in that way.
Coaches say keep the main thing at this time of year with their calls. Who influenced you throughout your career in being able to keep that focus?
I think, a lot of people had a huge influence on me. I'd say recently, obviously working with Jeff Hafley, I thought we had a very similar belief system and style. We see things very similarly. And then Vic Fangio is probably a guy who, he had a tremendous impact on me, just in seeing certain things in the game and how you call the game. And even in terms of how you practice things. So he's been somebody that has been a great resource for me, was a huge help to me, and he definitely had a big effect on me as well. Jeff's one of those guys, and Flo too. You know, Brian, Coach Flores had a huge impact on me, and you probably see a lot of the things that we do, or they may show up in for some of those teams as well.
Follow up on Vic, he played the Bills 2 weeks ago. When you watch that tape, is that a resource at all?
Yeah, you're always looking at stuff where if there's any similarity, for sure. But you know, I've pretty much went through all the games, and that's usually what is my process. You know what I do, and I think that our coaches have done a great job. Our assistant coaches have done a great job, kind of raising points and looking at certain things. They've been a huge resource as well. But yeah, all the games. You know, usually you do that 5-game breakdown. You know, 5 most recent, and then we kind of just gone through everything.
Liam mentioned yesterday that you made it hard on him to get you here, just because of how close you were with some of your players up in Green Bay. How important is that relationship with the guys in this locker room for you as a coach?
Yeah, that was probably just more. I struggle with that just in general. You know, it's probably maybe not a good thing coaching. I don't know, but that was hard for me. It just made it hard on me, to be honest with you. I was really close with the guys in that room, but not just the guys in the room. The team and the coaches. You know, you spend so much time together in this business. You spend more time with the people in the room than you do with your family throughout the season. So that is super important. That really is. I mean, for you to be great at something, I think you really gotta almost have an obsession with making it right. And if you care about people, you don't want to see them be successful. And we have a great group of people here too. So I was like super fortunate, you know, to leave that. It was something I struggled with making that decision, but being here, there's been so many, you know, everywhere you go, you meet great people in this game, you really do. But this place is special. We got a great group of guys, and this place has certainly made it easy on me, you know, our players and coaches, because they're hard guys not to love being around.
How helpful can it be having a guy like Carter Bradley for a scout team quarterback?
He's a stud. He's awesome. I'm glad you asked me that, because I have to cut you off for your question. I apologize.
You're good.
Yeah, he's been so good for us in terms of giving us like the exact look, even the communication of things, you know, at the line of scrimmage. He takes it so seriously. He's got great leadership qualities at the line of scrimmage, you know, and just, you can see him driving the scout guys, you know, and he's a great help to me, because I'm kind of like that in practice too, you know, where we want the thing going, want everybody going, flying around, and he really does a great job of controlling the tempo of the practice and giving us such an accurate look of what not only the plays are going to be, but the pre-snap process is going to be. He's been awesome. He's a stud. He's been awesome. I appreciate you asking that.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Camp. Appreciate it.
Thanks.